Rob, hot topic. You've watched The Last of Us first 2 episodes. I haven't yet, but you're going to give your sort of first overview, aren't you?
Yes, spoiler free. So my take on this is I'm watching this in a really interesting sort of setup where I played the game, was it 10 years ago it came out?
God,
it was PS3, wasn't it? Maybe 11, 12.
Is it PS3?
So,
wow.
Yeah, because they remastered it for 4 and then they rebuilt it for 5. So I played this. So I remember the story, but to me it's just like, no different than for me just reading a book 10 years ago. I've got certain images in my mind I can vaguely remember. I can kind of remember the key points and things like that. But I can't remember, that's shot for shot the same, the dialogue's the same and all that sort of stuff. Whereas my son has just started playing it at Christmas time. So for him, it's really fresh in his mind. And then my daughter, who, other than seeing the front cover of the box, when the game's been around the house, so she knows it's about a guy and a girl, but other than that, she didn't know anything about it, really. She thought it was something to do with zombies. It's like, well, you're not far off.
I've seen some TikToks where they've got the scene and the game together, and some of it is shot for shot.
They're really close, aren't they? Well, after the second episode, Lottie said, it'd be interesting to see how close it is, and I kind of didn't even realise some of those shots myself, because I don't remember it that well.
No.
So for me, I feel like I loved the game. So for me, I feel like I'm sort of enjoying it without playing it. I'm still going along with this ride with these characters and enjoying it as much as I enjoyed playing the game. My son's really impressed with it because he just thinks it's bringing the game to life. He thinks it's doing a really good job. And my daughter's pretty hooked on it, actually. She's like looking forward to each new episode now. She's really getting into it because it's interesting from her point of view, not knowing what's going to happen or anything down the line.
Do we know how many episodes it's going to be?
I'm not sure. I'm 7, 8 maybe. I've got a feeling that the first season is game 1, and I guess they'll come back to make a second season if they can, which will be the second game. They said.
Are they laying on the the Walking Dead vibe a bit much in this yet, or not too? Because I think we're a bit zombie tired, aren't we, of late?
Well, the problem is it's what Walking Dead and this both do, and which we've seen. I mean, it's not like they invented it or something. Like the Romero stuff was doing this first. The world's ravaged and there's some awful monsters out there, but you know what's worse than those monsters? Other people.
Oh yes.
That's what Walking Dead really hammered, didn't it? Really, for too many seasons, dragged on for too long. Last of Us does a similar thing, isn't it? There's people out there that are just as bad, just as bad as some of the monsters that are out there. The effects and stuff are done really well. It's TV budget, but I guess it's fairly expensive. The buildings look good. The clickers and the virus people are good. It has both episodes. I hope they keep doing it. They've both got really good cold opens. If you know what I mean by cold open. Yeah. That's interesting what they're doing there. I mean, he looks like Joel, so I'll just get that Joel vibe where it's like, can this guy, if push comes to shove, really do something nasty to somebody? You get that sense he's got a bit of a violent past.
Pedro Pascal's is good though, isn't he?
And she is really, really good as well. Because for me, it's seeing her out of Worst Witch and His Dark Materials, but I know her from like the British CBBC show Worst Witch. She's in that.
I know her from Game of Thrones.
And so it's interesting. You see, she's got that sort of how to word it. She's got this sense that obviously she's trying to act tough. She's not trying to give anything away. She's trying to I don't need your help. I can look after myself. But she's still like a 14, 15-year-old girl that actually does kind of need someone to look after her. And she's not being that I can look after myself, to an annoying point where you're feeling like, just why don't you just leave her and clear off? So she's not pushing that too far. I think she's got the balance just right that you're kind of interested in, and because you got to see if you're just going to follow the game, you got to see how Joel ends up. The things that he does to save her later on in the game, that's going to be earned.
Exactly. I remember in the game, and again, I've not watched any of the series yet. I don't know anything about the series yet. I'm trying to stay away from any spoilers. But I remember in the game, it was always that surrogate father, surrogate daughter thing, wasn't it? That
grows over time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did big time jumps and stuff in the game, didn't they? But so whether they'll do the same here, because they went through the seasons, didn't they, in the game? If you remember, there was bits when all of a sudden the game would stop, and then all of a sudden it would be next season. And it built like that. It's good. Yeah, it's really good. It feels grown up, and and it's very well made, and it looks like it's been lovely made by someone. And it's one of those things where you just think, when they're saying about, oh, this is like the best computer game adaptation, finally a computer game adaptation that does it well. And you think, there's nothing that mysterious and magical about it, isn't it? Isn't it just about respecting the property that you're basing it on and thinking the bits that, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why does it work? Because of the relationship between these two characters. Why is it exciting? Because of the scenes with these clickers. So no one's come in and thought, I'm going to change it and do,
it's really weird, isn't it? Because
let's have Joel as Jolie instead and change that to a woman instead. People, they're not messing with it. They're just capturing what worked well.
Exactly what it is. It's weird, isn't it? Because stripped down to its bones, the game was in effect walk quietly around the edge of a room so you don't get seen, wasn't it? But somehow they managed to make it really, really good. I remember being murdered by loads of clickers, and you're like, and the tension was. Shame on me, I haven't played the second game.
Game's an absolute masterpiece, and I know there's people that got in a right hissy fit over the second one, but I think you can guess the kind of people that got in a hissy fit about the second one.
Yeah.
Sorry to judge them there, but I think the second game is absolutely superb.
Shame on me, I've not played it, and I need to get it.
Yeah, you should play it. Play the second one. Watch this show now.
Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe to see more of our content.